Right now, though, it's one of the most segregated places in any community. It's the school cafeteria, and that's the focus of an event that challenges students to make a change, at least for one day, and maybe that'll spill over into other days and other aspects of the community. And here with more on Mix It Up at Lunch Day, Maureen Costello, Teaching Tolerance Director at the Southern Poverty Law Center. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Tanya. It's wonderful to be here.
Yeah, you were just saying you were an educator, so you've been in the school system, you've been in the school, and there's something about the cafeteria where kids can choose where they want to sit usually, where you see this segregation more than anything else.
Definitely. Kids sit with others who are like them. They sit with their friends, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. It's really important for children to find the groups that they feel comfortable with. But at the same time, what often happens, and we all remember it from school, is there are the in-groups and the out-groups and the groups that just see each other as being too different to mix with. And what we're asking them to do is drop the labels for a day. Participate in what is often a very fun experience where you kind of are randomly assigned to sit at a table, maybe by your birthday month or by the alphabetical first name. Have some structured conversation where you're basically trying to find out what you have in common with these other kids.
Why do you think kids do that? Is this just like learned behavior? Because in school all day, they're in classes mixed together. If they're on a team or something like that, an athletic team or even a debate team or something like that, they're mixed in with other groups. Why is it that you think that the cafeteria is where they tend to separate into those little cliques and groups more often than others?
Well, you know, a couple of reasons. First of all, the kinds of descriptions you mentioned are often the basis of the groups that they stick with in the cafeteria. So if all the kids who are in advanced classes are going to class together, they're going to sit with each other. And maybe they never have an opportunity to really get to know some of the special needs kids. Or if you've got kids who are on a football team, they never meet and talk with the kids who are in the chess club. So it's really the idea, it's maybe about race, sometimes it's about class, and sometimes it's as simple as the jocks never talk to the kids who are in the theater group. And so it's really about, you know, getting them to kind of cross over a little bit.
Yeah, and I can remember being in high school. It's been a while now, but I can remember those days, and it wasn't even something I really thought about. They're not even really thinking about it. It's just what makes them feel comfortable.
And that's true especially in high school. But in elementary school, it's a little bit different. Kids usually are assigned to sit with their class. Often they're actually told they have to be quiet during lunch. So Mix It Up is a great opportunity to sit with somebody different, learn. Often younger students are paired with older students and have some conversation and have some fun at lunch. At middle schools, it's really, that's where the cliques really begin to form a lot, and that's where a lot of bullying happens. Since so much bullying is based on the idea of, you know, looking at other people by labels, and there are all sorts of labels that kids apply to other kids. It's really about trying to get past the label and recognize that on the other side of that, there's a real person who's actually a lot like you.
And they have feelings too.
Exactly.
Well, what is the goal of that end of that day? Say they mix it up, they're sitting with other people, they're talking with other people, intermingling with other people. What do you hope comes out of this?
At the very least, we hope that somebody is going to think twice before they assign a label to somebody and say, oh, you don't want to hang out with them, they're the fill in the blank. At the most, we hope it may create some new friendships and that it's the beginning of a process for most schools where they're really making an effort to build a positive environment where every child feels welcome and respected. And that applies mainly, you know, to everybody. Special needs kids, kids who are often marginalized because maybe they don't dress as nicely as everybody else, or they may have some kind of quirk, or the really smart kids, or the kids who are too skinny, or the kids who are perceived as too fat.
There's always something.
It's always something, and if we can get people to just see a little bit past that and if we can help schools build an environment where every one of those kids walks into school and says, I belong here.
Wow.
That's what we're really hoping to do.
That sounds like a wonderful goal. And National Mix It Up at Lunch Day is October 30th.
That's right.
If you want more information about it, get more information about the school and how you can participate, we have all of it right there on the Write It Down section of WSFA.com.
Definitely.
Maureen, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
It's been nice getting to know you a little bit better today.